If you're a PvZ fan, you probably know about the many different versions of the game exclusive to China. The most famous one being Plants vs. Zombies 2, China. While this game is similar to the good old American version of PvZ 2, it's also very different. It has 6 additional worlds and a whopping 111 new plants. And being developed by a whole different developer across the world, this game is bound to have some weird plants, to say the least. And for some reason, money, I've decided to rank all of their designs in this tier list. I love judging people on their appearances. I mean plants. Resistance Radish. Being the first plant on this list, he is going to set the mood and expectation for all the other plants. And what can I say? When I first laid eyes on this guy, I had a somewhat false confidence that this list would be easy and PvZ 2 China isn't that weird. How wrong I was. B tier. I take back what I just said. I mean, we're only 2 plants in, and we're already getting stuff like this. This has to be a record or something. F tier. Do I need to explain why? It looks like a certain type of fan art, if you know what I mean. I like it. It's just a little plain and even basic for me, but it's still pretty cute. B tier. Better than the random generic plants they added later on. Hey, this is what I was talking about. You see how this plant is green, but like muted green? Like, in a game where they can make basically anything into a plant, they chose a bunch of boring things. All I'm trying to say is, don't be surprised when you see some basically identical plants later on the list. C tier. Did we really need this? I will say that it is creative, but I don't really think it looks good. He looks dead inside, and it just looks out of place. D tier. I don't really like Coffee Bean. I get the angel wings are an unused part of the original design, but they went unused for a reason. Maybe this is what a biblically accurate angel looks like. D tier. Oh crap guys, I shouldn't have started with the Bible talk, cause look who showed. Oh no guys, it's God himself. Shiver me timber. Man, this was new. Fine, Plantain can go in S tier. I love acid. Lemon. S tier. Yo, Lotus Pod is fire. I love this little guy. That face is literally me. A tier. What the heck is this? Why is it looking at me like that? What is happening? B tier. This is lame. I just don't like that face or really anything about this. D tier. Okay, so just a heads up, you're about to see some absolutely strange and peculiar plants. Still not as strange as some of the plants later on, but still very strange. Starting with Lowcat, I think that's how you pronounce that. I actually think this design is nice and is a great representation of the plants that PvZ 2 China has to offer. Only one of those statements is true. D tier. No comment. I'm sorry, but what is this? How is this approved by anyone? D tier. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. This is better than any other plant I've ever seen ever. This is better than S tier. This is the best. Well, that's probably gonna be the peak of the video. It's not like this is better than Saucer. I mean, I thought they got out of hand with the P-related plants in PvZ 2, but these last few have not been it. D tier. I think this is pretty cute. It might not be the fanciest, most advanced plant in the world, but it gets the job done. S tier. I don't really know what to think about this. It just looks generic. There's nothing about it, you know? C tier. This is literally me. Did I already make that joke? Oh well. A tier. Looks like I made a forgetsy and forgot about this plant. Oopsie. F tier. This is not Metro Boomin'. It does look a little too over-designed for my liking. Still pretty alright. C tier. Don't ask. This is not okay. How is this even a plant? I guess it has a leaf on its tail, but F tier. Wow. A tangle of spiked tentacles. This is so crazy. D tier. I honestly never thought I'd see a plant with nunchucks. Just ever. That wasn't ever on my mind. That wasn't something on my bingo card. That being said, this could have been so cool, and yet, we got this. I expected more from you, PopCap, or I guess, TalkWeb. C tier. I'm gonna do these next two at the same time. Why does it look like that? I mean, what were they really thinking when they were designing this? Were they really thinking, we really hit the jackpot with this design? This is gonna be the next fan favorite. I don't think so. D tier. Am I the only one who thinks this looks weird? I feel like it should be calling out to me more than it actually is. It's still B tier, but I don't know. It's to the point where I don't even know what these things are based on anymore. I don't know, C tier. You might start to hear I don't know a lot. This kind of reminds me of early iceberg lettuce concept art, and it looks pretty cute. A tier. No. I'm not even gonna say what rank this is getting, but... Okay, now we're starting to improve a little bit. C tier. My honest reaction. B tier. This is messed up. It is messed up that this exists. Burn this with fire. F tier. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Not my favorite, but this goes hard. I need that mustache. My only complaint is that it is a sentient bag of gems, which isn't very plant-like, but that bag was surely made out of a plant, and the gems are from the earth, which basically makes them plants. I just really want to put this guy in S tier. Why is it looking at the water like that? I just want to say right now that this is the point of no return. All normalcy that you thought PvZ 2 China had is about to go out the window, because these next plants are definitely creative, to say the least, and this is no exception. B tier. Maybe I'm just getting out of touch. Because what is this design? I can't lie, the expression is pretty funny though. Just for that, B tier. But if you ask me personally, I have no idea what this even is. Okay, emo boy, or whatever you even are. D tier. Be emo about that. You don't see me being emo. Ugh. I know I've said this a bunch of times already, but what even is this? I just don't have a reaction. I don't feel any way about this. It's just nothing to me. But it does remind me of that emo thing, so D tier. They were definitely cooking with this design. And again, that mustache, S tier. I like it. It looks cool. A tier. If I had to say anything about this, it's definitely plant-like. I mean, you can definitely tell that this is based on a plant, and I think it's pretty good. A tier. Why? Why do they gotta make it look like that? I mean, it looks pretty cool, but they did not have to make him look this goofy looking. B tier. This is pretty cute. I love that the leaves look like the hair and the face is cute. Honestly, this is just a decent design. I'm honestly feeling S tier with this. And again, I'm just stumped. I just have no words to even describe what I think about this. I guess it kind of looks like a fan-made plant. I just have no idea what this even is. C tier. This looks pretty good. It gives off wise old mentor, and it's pretty good for what it is. B tier. Also, PvZ 2 China's mustache game is unmatched. Hey, I never expected to see this in an actual PvZ game. I thought this only appeared in PvZ Heroes, but apparently he appeared in this game first. But he does look way better in PvZ Heroes, to be honest. This doesn't look polished enough. Like, the shading looks off, and it just looks like there's a box on its head. C tier. No. No, they didn't. They seriously didn't just reuse a plant design one plant later. I don't believe this. Just for that, both of these are getting F tier. We do not accept recolors here. And don't say that the mustache changed, because that isn't enough. If I'm gonna be honest, this looks kinda creepy. I mean, with that blank stare and soulless smile, I will say that if you look past the creepiness, I think I prefer this over regular dandelion from base PvZ 2. It is still a dandelion with a face though, so C tier. Why is this the only plant that we have that's based on broccoli? And you know, they understood the assignment. This is definitely broccoli in Plants vs. Zombies. B tier. Guys, this must be a rare British person sighting. Go to F tier, Brit. We don't accept British people here. No, can someone please tell me why it looks like that? Like really, please tell me. Like, in the comments below. Because I do not believe a living human approved this to be a plant. F tier. A tier, because I like the spiky ball aesthetic. There is no other reason why it's in A tier. Don't think about it. This has got to be the most generic thing I've ever seen. I do not think I've ever seen a more generic plant in my life. This is literally a bamboo stick with a face. This is the easiest C tier there will ever be. Ever. I like the pink. That is it. C tier. This is cool. It's creative and it doesn't look horrendous. A tier. You know, I don't even hate this that much. You'd think I would, but no. I actually kinda like this. B tier. I was surprised to see that PvZ2 China got their own exclusive Halloween plant. That being said, this doesn't compare to the other PvZ2 Halloween plants. Like, compare these pumpkins to Jack-O-Lantern. C tier. Guys, please don't hate me for this, but I don't really like Sunflower Singer's design that much. I know, but hear me out. If they wanted to portray a singer, they could have done it in so many more ways. I'll still give a B tier because this is better than base PvZ2 Sunflower. I'm also kinda surprised there isn't any cotton plants in any mainline games. As for this, it's definitely what it was trying to be. Cotton with a face. The face is pretty cute though. B tier. Now this is way too entitled looking. It should not be looking at me like that. C tier. S tier. I don't care what any of you have to say about it. S tier. This should be way cuter than it actually is. With that face, I expect to see one of the most beautiful plants ever. Instead, this is what we got. C tier. Well, get this thing off the drugs. It is an addict. F tier. Gender swapped starfruit does go hard. S tier. Okay, what's with these drug addicts all of a sudden? But the strange thing is, I don't hate this. I think the drug addiction aesthetic works to the favor of this thing and it goes kinda hard. B tier. Why is it trying to fight? It shows violence and this is self-defense. D tier. I think this is one plant that we can say we did better here in the US. I do not like this design at all. Pea shooter X military gear does not work. F tier. I don't think any plant could really pull off military gear like that. This is the part of the list where you leave a hate comment and click off the video. But I don't think Cattail looks that good in this game. Now please just hear me out. The whole point of Cattail is the cattail that its tail is. This is why it's cattail. But this design doesn't even have the cattail, instead replacing it with whatever this is. And it looks a little too much like a cat. At least the original had the cattail. This has nothing to distinguish itself from just a regular cat. C tier. Please understand, and please just don't hate me. Another classic PvZ1 upgrade plant ruined in PvZ2 China's art style. Carb cannon only works in PvZ1, but this militarized carb cannon does not do a thing for me. I'm actually a little upset that they even added it to this game, but what can you do? Well, I can put it in F tier. This is not real. This looks like a Skyrim NPC. Hello, traveler. I need you to pick some flowers for me. Like, what is this? What is that face? B tier. This is kinda awkward. So, I may have not known that Icy Current was in PvZ2 China. So, when we merge the list together at the end of the video, there may be two different Icy Currents. Oopsie. Also D tier, just by the way. This is cute. I like that the leaf acts as part of its arm and also a megaphone. B tier. This is it, man. The eggplant plant. I never thought to think that this exists, but now that I know it does, it's alright. Nothing special. C tier. What do you even expect me to say about these plants? I mean, what could I possibly say about Banana Dancer? I mean, I guess it's a little over-designed, but what am I supposed to say to this? D tier, I guess. Wow. What is this, like a pine cone? Wow, my mind is blown. D tier. Now what is this? Why is it doing the pog face? C tier. C tier, I guess. I don't know, man. Finally, a semi-interesting plant. I kinda like it. B tier. At least it's different from other similarly looking plants. I can't believe they actually made Snapdragon look cool. S tier. I just want to say right now that I'm sorry for this, but I have to. I am obligated to do this. B tier. This looks alright. B tier. These two kind of remind me of the Ice Climbers, but that blue and brown color scheme does not work. C tier. Bo is a little excited to be on the drums. Fun fact, this thing was actually designed by a fan after winning a contest. That is the only thing notable I can say about this. Well, I actually do kinda like it more than the original, so I can knock A tier. This thing is not happy. Don't get in the way of them on a good day. What am I even What am I on about right now? I don't know, B tier. They do not go outside. They have not seen the sun in 15 years. 15 years! D tier. S tier. I love this. This is making me want to drink some pineapple soda. I just really like this, especially compared to the mediocrity of some of these other plants. This is also S tier. It just looks so cute and I love it. I think this is what PvZ2 China plants should strive to be. C tier, just cause I don't know what this is or what it's trying to do. Remember way back in the beginning of the video when I was talking about generic green plants? Well, this is what I was talking about. This is so ugly and generic, and I hate the shade of green that they used. Honestly, F tier. This is just the same thing basically, but I will give it the advantage because the way it's looking at the hook is pretty funny. I guess I can go C tier. This looks, I don't know, it looks like a little too refined. Like, it looks like it's a different art style. I mean, it's fine, C tier. You know what? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm just feeling extra annoying right now because this isn't a plant. It has no semblance of a plant, and I'm gonna put Tiger Stool in F tier. Yeah, I bet you guys hate me right now. I'm the only one in control. You guys can't do anything about it. Wait, don't click off the video. I'm sorry. I'll put it in A tier. Just don't click off the video. I'm begging you. The pink creates a striking contrast against the green, which is very suitable for the eyes. If you follow art theory, one of the fundamentals is to create stark contrast to captivate the viewer. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. A tier. No, I am not ranking this. Okay, fine, I will, but only because I want to be 100% thorough. D tier. You know why. Did somebody say C tier? These basic, generic, boring plants are slowly driving me insane. Like, what is this? Somebody please tell me. What am I supposed to say? Finally, a unique looking plant. I love it. S tier. This looks so silly. How could you dislike this? Yes, keep it coming with the cute plants. A tier. Give me some of what that's drinking, please. This is what I want. Keep it up. A tier. I want to be as excited as they are. No! This is not what I want. F tier. What is this, man? What is this? And then you give me another generic looking plant. But, you know what? I like this one. Maybe I have gone completely insane, but I like how it's looking at its sword. I like it, okay? B tier. What can I say about this? I don't know. It's a little weird, but I'd say it's overall pretty cute. A tier. Ooh, I like this. I may not know what it is, but I like this. A tier. I like this. I do not like this at all. Get this off my screen right now. Replace it with, like, some cute stock photos of cats. That's better. What was I doing again? Oh yeah. F tier. Believe it or not, this was one of the main inspirations for this video. After I saw the Subway Surfers promo, I went down this whole rabbit hole, and now we're here. And as for this design, pretty good. A tier. I can see why this was the main plant in the ad. This is also pretty cool. Ironically, Singing Sunflower's biggest fan is going above her. A tier. M-I-D. Mid. D tier. Yo, flower pot. I love flower pot. It's so simple, but that adds to the charm of it. A tier. And finally, the only plant that has ever been removed from a game, Rotten Red. This guy has a whole backstory that I went into greater detail in my video about every promotional plant in the PvZ franchise, but to sum it all up, this was a plant that a Make-A-Wish kid named Miles designed, and because this was a plant designed by Miles himself, I'm giving this an S tier, because anything below that wouldn't do this justice. But after 111 plants, we're finally done. This is my definitive PvZ2 tier list. Now before you go, I have a little announcement to make. I may be planning, maybe, to rank every plant from PvZ Heroes, but if you enjoyed this video and maybe want to see that, please like the video and leave a comment about what your favorite plant from PvZ2 China is. And as always,